Hey everybody, I'm out here today with one of my favorites, Lemon Balm, Melissa officinalis. This plant is very well known. It's spoken of very frequently, I find, in the herbal community, but because it is so great and it grows very easily in many different regions and it has a lot of great uses. One of the uses that I love it for is for calming. It's really great for the nervous system and to bring down any anxiety or overactive mind that you might be experiencing. It's really well known for helping people with ADHD, especially children. This is a very safe herb. It can be given to children, it can be given to adults, it can be given to pets, it can be used as a tea. My favorite way to use this medicine is to make a tincture of it, because I find that with the tincture, you can use the tincture directly, or you can actually add the tincture to hot water, and essentially you're making a tea in some sort of way. And with the tea and the hot water, if you're using alcohol, some of the alcohol will evaporate when you put that into hot water. The word balm actually is abbreviation for balsam, which means sweet smelling oil. And if you ever come across lemon balm and you give it a whiff, you know why it is well known as a sweet lemony plant, because it smells almost just like lemon candy. Another thing that you can identify this plant with is by its stem. Its stem is square, which means that it's in the mint family. Lots of the mint plants are very calming to the nervous system, by the way. The leaves grow opposite one another. Okay, so you'll see that it almost kind of makes like a square shape when you look at it. The leaves are sort of shaped like a heart or a lung, which can indicate that it is very good for lung conditions that might have a lot of congestion. So if you're feeling like you have something stuck, lemon balm will be a really great plant to bring into your life, specifically with tea, but I also think the tincture would be great for that too. The heart would indicate, like I was saying earlier, the ability it has to just lift the spirit and kind of just calm the heart. It even smelling it just can really like lift the spirit and lift the mood. That's one of the reasons why alchemists of the old used to really revere it highly, is because they believed that this plant drunk every single day would bring huge vitality to anyone who drank it. And Paracelsus felt as though it would vivify any man who had it every single day. And that's how safe it is. You know, you could have it every day as tea and it's no problem. You can use it fresh, or you can dry it and then store it so you can have it throughout the season. This plant is ruled by the moon, also by Venus. Some people think only Venus, some people think only the moon, but I like to think that both of them together have an influence over this plant. And when I've worked with it, I've seen both of those influences come through very strong. I think that this makes a very great tonic for dreams, because it can help with dream recall very much so, because it helps with the memory. That's one of the things it's also known for. This pairs very well with mugwort, in my opinion, and I've used it as an anointing oil together, and also tinctures together as one. And it's very calming, but it will stimulate the mind just as, just as you'd want, especially in the dream realm. You're actually kind of just, you're working through your subconscious mind, so these plants would be very great allies for that. Anything else that comes to mind right now is that I just love it. And I think it's so glorious, and it's really easy to find, it's easy to identify, and it grows very easily in many different regions, and it grows profusely. So a great time to harvest it would be, you could harvest it now, or another great time to harvest it is right before it goes into flower, which is, depending on where you live, around us it's probably the end of June, maybe early July it'll start to go into flower. So I like to harvest it now, and then you can harvest it again when it's at that stage of just about to go into flower. So I hope you learned a couple more things about lemon balm, and I encourage you to go out there and find it. It's very easy to find, and you will identify it mostly by the scent And just to show you too, these leaves are very edible and they're delicious. The flavor is just like lemon candy. It really does. It just kind of brings a smile to your face. And one last thing, I have a quick book recommendation, actually two, but it's a set, a modern herbal. If you've never seen these books before, I highly recommend looking them up. You could probably find them online, but I bet an old bookstore somewhere probably has these as a set. And if you find them and see them and you have any interest in plants, just grab them because it is an invaluable source. I reference these books so often, and M. Grieve really goes deep. She has just really great information. I believe this book was originally written in the 30s. I was gifted this set a handful of years ago, and I will never let it go, because if I could only have like a couple books on hand when it comes to herbal stuff, these two would be it. So the volumes are A through H and I through Z. Even if you can only find one, just scoop it up because it's totally worth it. So anyway, I hope you learned a few new things about lemon balm, and yeah, get out there and explore, discover, smell, touch, see, and you will open up a whole new world that you may have never even known was there. So take care out there.